Hi guys. So this is probably going to end up being one of the most important videos that I ever upload on my channel. And what I'm trying to do in this video is I want to approach a really tough topic from a little bit of a different standpoint. And I've come across some things that really shine a light on how important it is to be fully in tune with what kids are doing on their devices, and specifically teenagers. It is so vital. It is so important. And instead of doing things like what might be considered like the quote normal way, I want to talk about keeping kids safe online and some of the tools that can be used to make sure that kids are safe, and also what are some of the platforms trying to do to keep these kids safe, because it seems like there's not a lot, but there are some parents that literally what they do, whether it's parent, guardian, whatever, they give these kids devices and just let them roam free on social media. And they have the texts and they have the different social media platforms that they're active on, and they have communications with people that they might think they can trust, but they can actually not trust these people, because as soon as you're sharing an image with somebody, it could be one of your closest friends. If that image is in their device, they can use that against you at any point in time. That's the problem that I've seen, is a lot of times these kids are on social media and they feel like, oh, well, I'm sharing this with my group of friends. Like, Rachel's in my math class. She won't do anything with this info. But then Rachel gets mad at you and releases the stuff that you sent her, and you felt like it was in trustworthy hands. But there is nothing to guarantee that somebody will not use information that you shared with them against you at some point in time. And I think that teens are so naive to that. And that's where the parents come into play. And maybe this video will come off to some people as if I'm parent shaming or trying to police people's parenting style. But what people have to realize is that these things being released or being in the wrong hands have literally sent people to unalive themselves, because they have content that is leaked and it drives them to a point where they can no longer exist with themselves. So it is so important. Any child under the age of 18 is protected from having bad things possibly happen to them. So first, I want to talk to you guys about the Take It Down program. And I came across this article, and I'm going to be reading, hence why I have my glasses on. And it starts out by saying, today we're announcing that Instagram and Facebook are founding members of Take It Down, a new platform by NCMEC to help prevent young people's intimate images from being posted online in the future. Having a personal, intimate image shared with others can be scary and overwhelming, especially for young people. It can feel even worse when someone tries to use those images as a threat for additional images, contact, or money, a crime known as extortion. Take It Down lets young people take back control of their intimate images. People can go to takeitdown.ncmec.org and follow the instructions to submit a case that will proactively search for their intimate images on participating apps. Take It Down assigns a unique hash value, a numerical code, to their image or video privately and directly from their own device. Once they submit the hash to NCMEC, companies like ours can use those hashes to find any copies of the image, take them down, and prevent the content from being posted on our apps in the future. Built in a way that respects young people's privacy and data security, Take It Down allows people to only submit a hash rather than the intimate image or video itself to NCMEC. Hashing turns images and videos into a coded form that can no longer be viewed, producing hashes that are secure digital fingerprints. I talk all the time about some of the stuff that kids have to go through nowadays that was non-existent when I was, in high school or middle school. And the added pressures of having stuff on social media, stuff just texted among friend groups. Then you get into high school and you start dating, and it's like, can I trust this person? Can I not trust this person? And if you have somebody who doesn't have a parent or guardian monitoring every single thing that that child is doing on their phone, things can turn dark so quickly. We have heard endless stories of things being leaked and the person being bullied at school. Things go so far, they end up struggling even more with their mental health and self-esteem, and things can end really badly. There have been people, like I said earlier in the video, who have literally unalived because they had something that they didn't want shared either among friend group or among the entire school or spread around on social media. It is just such a dangerous kind of territory that young people are living in, and it's something that I'm passionate about, and I will always talk about it. I don't like to bring specific attention to specific situations very often, but as a whole, this applies to any young person that is existing on social media, because it doesn't have to be somebody that's well known or kind of known because, whatever, they have connections to, a larger social media following. This can happen to literally anybody. Now, I will say the risk might be a little bit heavier if somebody is a little more well known, but it is still a risk no matter what. No matter if your family only knows the people in your small town, some of these people who have had their images shared they didn't know anybody. They just trusted the wrong person, and they didn't have a parent who was operating in that role of, I know every single thing that is going on that phone. Every single keystroke, every photo, every site that you're visiting, every single thing, I know exactly what's going on. That is what needs to happen. With the launch of Take It Down, people of all ages can stop the spread of their intimate images online, including young people under the age of 18 worried that their content has been or will be posted online. Parents or trusted adults on behalf of a young person, adults who are worried about images taken of them when they were under 18. Now, I will link the entire article down below because I don't want to just bore you guys and read the entire thing. There's some other info in there so you guys can read it in its entirety if you're interested. But I want to talk about a couple of the apps that I came across that are really raved about from numerous different parties. This one came from CNN, and they reviewed Casper Sky Safe Kids. And the key features are 24/7 GPS tracking, real-time alerts, screen time management, YouTube safe search, website and apps filter. So that is one that CNN reviewed. They seem to like it. Same idea with a lot of these apps. It's knowing the images that are being taken through the camera app and the videos that are being taken through the camera app. It's things that are going on social media. It's the location. The location thing is kind of more on the bottom of the list for me. What I find is that a lot of parents and guardians have no clue what their kids are doing on their phone. They know their kid's location, but they don't realize what's actually happening within the phone or within the social media platforms that these kids are on. The other app that was fully co-signed by Pure Power on TikTok is called the Bark app. Some of you guys might know about one or both of these apps already, but the Bark app monitors text, email, YouTube, and 30 plus apps and platforms. You can monitor web searches and saved photos and videos. You receive parental monitoring alerts for issues like cyberbullying, online predators, suicidal ideation, and more. Get insights into your child's digital activities. Learn how to address issues with child psychologist advice and tips. You can manage screen time, block website and certain apps, and keep up with kids' locations, which, like I said, that's pretty standard across the board. It's $14 a month. I know some people have reservations when it comes to paying a monthly fee, but here's how I feel about it. If you are able to pay a small fee for a service that is going to offer you peace of mind, that is a good investment. That is a fair investment, in my opinion. I would rather cut costs on not having the full package of my cable bill and know that I am able to know exactly every single motion that is made on a child's phone.
What's the best monitoring app for a phone? We use Bark. My experience with this app is more for a teenager. I don't want to be bothered with every little thing. I don't want to read hundreds of text messages daily. But have you ever been catfished? Now imagine that catfish as a child predator. It's not your child's responsibility to protect themselves from predators. It's yours. So that kind of stuff, I want a notification. Bullying from school that doesn't let up, I want a notification. Drug use, inappropriate photos or movies, threats or weapons, I want to be told about that. There's a link for it in my bio. You can try it for a week, see if it's for you. It's $90 a year. That's cheaper than Netflix. Not a lot when you're talking about your kid's safety.
So I know that this video might have struck some people as, you're parent policing or whatever some people want to say. And that's fine. That's your opinion. Some of the things that I've seen are so tragic and detrimental. Sometimes I just feel like instead of bringing direct attention to certain cases or certain scenarios, it's better for me to approach it and just make a blanket statement. Because like I said, this could happen to anyone, and it has happened to people. It has happened to people that are well-known, not well-known. And sometimes I feel like the public attention can really end up damaging some things. And so I hope you guys understand. I hope that this video resonates. And if y'all have kids, take a look at some of these apps. If you, even if you feel like, I trust everything and, everything is all good. I don't know. Sometimes I've still heard of just unimaginable stuff. And it's like, oh, well, we had no clue. But, if you zoom in and know exactly what's going on with these kids' devices, then I think that it can be an enlightening situation. And hopefully it will save some of these really, really just gut-wrenching stories that we hear about with these, young victims that are trusting the wrong people, and it always ends badly. It always does, to one degree or another. So I hope that all of that made sense. Tell me how you feel down below. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.